Never underestimate fan power. Back in the days of Nigel Mansell driving the British Grand Prix, he used to say that the Silverstone crowd used to give him a couple attempts every single lap, and that has been true of certain drivers over there over the years as well, not least of course Sir Lewis Hamilton. But now he's got 3 home races in a sense, you might say, or at least this year anyway, because Imola is still on the calendar, although of course it leaves next year. His second home race though being that at Monza, the Italian Grand Prix. It'll very much feel like a home race. I mean, I brought you the story the other day going over Hamilton saying that, you know, it was a dream come true. It was everything that he ever hoped for when it came to driving at Monza as a Ferrari driver, and I don't blame him either. It was a much better weekend on the whole for him. He was competitive. He wasn't far behind Charles Leclerc in qualifying nor the race, and that being despite a 5-place grid penalty that made him start all the way down in P10. He very much recovered. He's in a much better place mentally now, and his team principal Frederic Vassue has also praised the home crowd for giving their 7-time champion a boost. Let's have a look at the full story here, guys, on the F1Chronicle.com. As always, Ferrari team principal Frederic Vassue has praised the role of the Tifosi in lifting Lewis Hamilton across the Italian Grand Prix weekend, saying their energy was something very special for the 7-time world champion. Monza marked Hamilton's first home race as a Ferrari driver, and fans greeted him with enthusiasm at every opportunity. The Scuderia hosted events in Milan before the weekend began, and by the time of the drivers arriving at the circuit, Hamilton was already the centre of attention. Vassue said the following on this, quote, "I think the energy that he received from the Tifosi Wednesday, Thursday in Milan was something very special for him. I don't know if it was expected from him, or I don't know what he was expecting from this, but it was something mega, and I think this gave him an extra boost all over the weekend." Even tonight, when he went to the fans to say hello and the Tifosi was something mega. I don't know if you underestimate this or not, that we didn't discuss too much about this, but I think, and even for me, each time that I'm going to be there, I'm surprised. We didn't do the race of our life. We were expecting to be at least on the podium. We are not, but they are still there. They are still enthusiastic, still pushing, and that is why I'm a bit disappointed that we were not able to give them a podium this weekend. But I'm really convinced that it's part of the energy into the team and the positive energy around Lewis this weekend. End quote. I said as well, just after my last video, or during the end of that one I should say, that Hamilton really needs love, he really needs affection to thrive, and he definitely got a lot of that during this weekend, and I don't think that is a coincidence with his performance really. I'm expecting more big things for him in a couple weeks at Baku. I think this has given him a real boost to get him across the line this season, for lack of a better term. Ferrari showed strong pace early on, with Hamilton fastest in FP1 and Leclerc close to the front throughout practice. In qualifying, Leclerc was in contention for the front row but missed out at the final hurdle. On race day, both drivers were competitive but unable to match the podium finishers. Leclerc provided wheel-to-wheel entertainment in a battle with Oscar Piastri on his way to 4th, while Hamilton charged back from his grid penalty, making up 4 positions to take 6th behind George Russell. Vassue went on to explain, quote, "We had to serve the penalty, and we knew from the beginning of the weekend that with +5 it's not an easy one, but Hamilton came behind Russell and the pace was there from the first lap of FP1 to the last lap of the race. Honestly, I think it started in Zandvoort last week. It's difficult to say because the outcome of the weekend was not positive for him, or Ferrari, double retirement. It was a shocker. But at the end of the day, the pace was better from the beginning compared to Charles. The mood was better. During the race, he was fighting with Russell until lap 30. That means that he was back in a better position." End quote. Hamilton's 6th place at Monza was his best Grand Prix since Silverstone, where he finished 4th, and it ended a run of 2 races without points. He has yet to stand on the podium in a Grand Prix this season, but Vassue believes it's only a matter of time. Hamilton was able to fight with Russell in Zandvoort to come back from P10 to the gearbox of Russell today. Russell was a couple of times on the podium, so yes, we can expect him to be on the podium. I mean, that has got to be his absolute minimum aim, you know, getting a podium. I mean, Hamilton's got a long time without a win. You know, it's been over a year now since Belgium 2024. I think that is still his most recent win in the sport, if you don't count the Chinese sprint, which I do not because it's not a Grand Prix. But guys, let me know your thoughts in the comments below about Hamilton. Are you expecting an uptick in performance from him in the remaining rounds this season? I think we've got 8 races left now in the conclusion to this season. Until the conclusion of this season, like, share, comment, subscribe, guys. Have a fantastic day wherever in the world today, and we'll see you very soon for much more content on Formula 1 just like this.